Hello everybody, this is HereticPlus and welcome to episode 17 of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time! In the last episode we went all around Hyrule, we got all kinds of collectibles, all kinds of cool stuff. We got a horse, Epona, we'll see more of that beautiful beast later. But for now we are back in the Dodongo's Cavern, because now that we've taken care of that little scarecrow errand back at Lake Hylia, we now have access to get the thing that I wanted to come here to get in the first place. So, yeah, not a lot has changed here. In fact, absolutely nothing in this entire dungeon has changed. With the exception of the boss room, Dodongo is no longer, I guess, not really frozen in the lava, burned in the lava in a frozen state, I guess you might say. I don't know how you'd say it. But he's no longer there, but other than that, it's all the same. So we're heading here to the room where all of the baby Dodongos would fly out of the ground. You want, you can just do a quick spin attack like that. On the GameCube controller, you're actually able to do that because the joystick doesn't suck, but on every other controller you cannot. Alright, so like I pointed out earlier, if there's a green Navi going around an area, you can pretty much be assured that you can play the Scarecrow song there. And when you do it, Pierre the Scarecrow will pop up. Now this is great because when I tried this for the last episode, I literally didn't know that I had to go back and talk to that Scarecrow first. So I was here for like 10 minutes trying to get him to pop up, like standing in different spots, like over there, over there, over there, right next to it, trying to get him to pop up. So I played the song. It said I was playing the song right, but it wouldn't pop up. Whatever the case, that is our next gold Skulltula. That is number 47. Sweet. So cool. Next time I'll see you guys out in Hyrule Field. So I'll see you there. Bye. Okay, so we're back here in Hyrule Field. Go ahead and play Epona's song real quick. The cool thing about this song when you're out in the open world is that anywhere where Epona can actually, where she has access to run or gallop or whatever you want to say, she will show up. She'll just be summoned by it, which is pretty nice. I believe it has a similar effect in pretty much every Zelda game where you get Epona's song. It does it in Majora's Mask. I don't think you can do it in Twilight Princess, but I think there might be another way to get your horse to come to you. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on that particular game. So now that we have the horse, we can of course traverse Hyrule Field a lot faster. This is really the real reason why you want the horse for the most part, is this area than one other in the game. But really, Epona, that doesn't help you get a lot, but helps you get a couple of really cool things in the game and makes an area or two accessible. But I figured I'd just show you this since it won't take too terribly long to gallop here. So we're going all the way back to the Gerudo, what was it, Valley, I think it's called. Because now that we have the horse, we can get somewhere new. Now, I haven't shown you yet, but here in Gerudo's Valley, it's all exactly the same, except for a couple of pretty important things. For starters, shoot, come on, opponent, drive over the wooden thing. Come on, baby. Alright, the bridge. It's broken. Why is the bridge broken? It's very broken. So we cannot actually go across it, you know. When we were a kid, there were a whole bunch of Amazon Arab chicks going, like, who are all gingers, by the way, who were like, you cannot enter, you're just a boy. And now that we're not a boy, we can't enter because the bridge is freaking broken. But we've got a horse, we can cheat, so go ahead and rev it up. Whoa, look at that jump. Man, that was always so epic the first time I figured out I could do that. Yeah, so there's a few things we can get here. For starters, over here behind this tent, more about that tent later. But up on the wall, there is Skulltula. Yeah, you want it to be night to get the few things here that I'm trying to get. So there we go. I think that's number 48, I believe. And then there's one other one here. Don't turn day yet. Come on. Come on. Come on. No! No! You've got to be kidding me. Did that really just happen? Alright, we'll play the Sun Song, make it come back. If I hadn't have stopped early, we would have gotten it, guys. Ugh. Game rage moments. Come on. There you go. I love how it just kind of grows out of nowhere, you know. Pretty nice. So there's number 49. Now just a little bit more about this, tent over here, this dude here. If you remember, this is the head carpenter from Kakariko Village when we were a kid. So yeah. I am a master craftsman. Those Gyarados thieves, they broke the bridge. I want to fix it, but all my workers are gone. They said working as carpenters isn't cool, and they went to the Gyarados fortress to become thieves. Hey you, if you're going to the fortress, would you mind finding out what my workers are doing over there? Okay, so he's a master carpenter without minion carpenters, but this is his little tent here. And over here we got a very special guy. This is who we sold the bunny hood to. I'm the Wandering Running Man. I run all over this land in search of competitors who have a true killer instinct. I came here to run through the haunted wasteland, but it doesn't look like good timing for that. Though I want to go back to Hyrule Field, the bridge is, well, you can see it from here, so I'm stuck here inside this tent. I don't think I can accept your challenge right now. Yeah, so basically, later on, we can get the bridge fixed, and then he wants to race us, which will be a pretty interesting side quest later on in the game. But for now, that's all we can do. If you want, you can actually venture more into the Gyarados Valley towards the fortress. You can do some of that area now, but I would just as soon wait until later. There's some things that I've debated, you know, like there's a lot of things we could do early, but quite a few of them I just figured were just too early or just... I really don't want to kill the track of the game for someone who hasn't played it before. There's an order that I think it works best in, which in some cases I'm going to skip around a little bit so we can get the best items as early as possible, and the best gear, the best hearts, etc. But, yeah, more on that later. Okay, so now that we got those couple of heart pieces, not heart pieces, Skulltulas, we are actually going to head up to the Kokiri Forest, our childhood birthplace. There's one thing that we're going to get there, stop in, see what's up, see what's going on. If you remember, Sheik told us that, well, a childhood friend of ours from there, a girl, is the awakened sage of the Forest Temple. But we're not going to do that yet. By the way, that's a big Poe. That's the side quest that the ghost seller, or the ghost shopman guy, keeper dude in Hyrule was talking about. Excuse me, guys. We're gonna take care of that in a couple of episodes. Maybe 4 or so, I think. We have to get a special item first in the first temple. But for now, let's head back into our childhood Kokiri place. We're not gonna go through this entire area yet, but just to give a quick stop and grab a quick item. So here we are, the Kokiri. Oh my goodness, what is that? It is a big Deku Baba. So basically the forest is overrun by monsters? What happened to this place? Oh my goodness. All the children, I guess, are hiding inside? What is going on? This chest is still not open from when we were a kid, back in, like, episode 1. Ah, 1 rupee. I'm glad I saved that for later, guys. Always good to save things for a rainy day, right? So let's just stop in real quick and see what's going on. I can't believe our home is covered with monsters, you know? What's going on? Since the great Deku tree withered, more meanies have been appearing in the forest. I'm scared. So, without the great Deku tree, this place isn't protected anymore? Is that what you're saying? So it's all our fault! Is that it? Well, screw you, little green clones. I don't need your little garden gnome beardless help. Beardless garden gnomes. Okay, so there's one thing we're gonna do here. Go ahead and play the Sun Song. To make it night real quick. Because, if you remember when I was a child, I got a little bit confused because I wasn't sure if there's a Skulltula behind this house over here or not. That is sometimes a problem in this game because since there's things in different spots if you're a kid or if you're an adult, sometimes it can be kind of confusing which is which. But up here, there's a Skulltula on the back of the twins' house. So you can go ahead and take that mofo down. Very nice, there we go. So that's all that we're going to do here in the forest at the moment. Our next stop is actually, you know, we went and saw what happened. Ow. We saw what happened here in the forest. We saw what happened to the Gorons up on the mountain, how they all got captured. So now we're going to go see what happened to the Zoras. So I will see you in the Zoras River. Goodbye. Did I say Zoras River, guys? What I meant was Kakariko Village. Because we now, as you can see, because we stopped by the forest there, we have exactly 50 Skulltulas. This is the second to last reward that we can get from the Skulltula house. I don't think that we've actually picked up 3 of our last rewards, so we'll pick those up too, as well as the 50th one. Which, number 50 is the best one to get, in my opinion. It's the must-have one of all of them, really. So we'll just work our way from left to right. This first guy, I believe, was number 20, so we broke the curse. Thank you. Here's a reward for your awesome face. We get the Stone of Agony. This is different in various versions of the game. It's called the Shard of Agony, I think, in the DS version. Or it doesn't do anything in that one, I guess. But I don't know. Basically, what this does is it makes your controller rumble. On the N64, it would only rumble if you had a rumble pack. On this one, on GameCube, it'll do it no matter what. I don't know what the deal is on the Wii, but it's not that important. It rumbles when there's secrets nearby. But number 2, we get some Bomb Chews. So we already got those, of course, from the Bomb Chew game. But then this one in the middle is number 50. Oh, no, it's not. This one is number 50. What's up, buddy? Well, so what? You've spent years being spiders, and when you turn back into a human, all you want to do is jumping jacks? Really? I mean, I guess you haven't stretched for a while, but we get a piece of heart, so that's number 1 of our 4. We will have 4 either by the end of this episode or the next one. And incidentally, then we'll be ready to start the next dungeon. 13 hearts is a pretty good number to start dungeon number 4, in my opinion. Really far ahead, in fact, but... in fact, very, very far ahead. Because as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dungeons in the game when you're an adult. Only 5 of which give you heart pieces. But basically, once we have the 13 from the end of this episode or so, plus the extra 5, we'll have 18, which means that there will only be 8 heart pieces left in the game, which we'll get along the way. So we're doing really, really, really good, guys. Very good. So yeah, that's all here in Kakariko. And we're pretty close to Zoras River, so I will just show the journey to get there. Come on. Okay, so now we're here at Zoras River. This area is probably the most changed of all of them. For starters, there's more monsters popping up here. The bean salesman is gone. Go ahead and use this quick beanstalk to transport you quickly up the river. It is a lot faster, actually. This is why you don't really need it, but it just makes things so much faster, you know? Look how fast that was. We would have had to walk and climb and fight our way up that entire thing. So, what is this stuff snow? Why is it snowing here? That doesn't make very much sense, but this is like a tropical water aquatic wonderland, right? But whatever, so go ahead, just like when we were a kid, play Zelda's Lullaby. Sweet, and that opens up the way to Zora's domain. Let's go in and see how those fun-loving, swimming little Zora dudes are doing inside. What's up, guys? What the hell? Zora's domain. This is not the Zora's domain I remember. Who left the fridge open, man? This is like that. This is like that episode of SpongeBob, guys, when Gary or whoever leaves the fridge open, and so he gets really sick, and it's like a winter wonderland everywhere. Only not, because Zelda is better than SpongeBob. However, I will stand by SpongeBob. He's a pretty awesome guy. So way up on top of the frozen waterfall, there is a Skulltula. We can't get it from down here, but we can climb up to get it. That's where the diving game was when we were a kid. So you just gotta climb back up to where that is, and you can kind of get it from the top of the waterfall. But I wonder what the king has to say about this. You know, he's really let this place go. He didn't pay the heat bills or something. What is up, man? He's like frozen and then freezing red ice. Or fiery red ice that it moves underneath the ice. How unfortunate. We don't care, though. There's a Skulltula to grab, and that's more important than saving your fat fish ass. So over here, be careful not to slide off the edge. And go ahead and nail this sucker. There we go. Gold Skulltula, proving we destroyed it. It's proof. Okay. So everyone's pretty much gone. This guy is frozen. There's a few other frozen things here that I'll show you later. But basically the way is open still to Jabu Jabu though. So maybe the fish god knows what's going on. You know, he can't really talk, but maybe we can use sign language or something. Or what? He's gone too, and there's a giant ice cube in his way. Whatever the case. So Zora's fountain is also frozen. This is not good at all, guys. But first things first, be careful for starters because there are water monsters all over the place. But you want to jump from platform to platform. Watch out for those guys. And there's a heart piece over here. Grab that. That is number 2. And then we're going to do a little bit of a side quest to see if we cannot get rid of some of the ice in this area, which we kind of can. But over here, there's this huge cave. When we were a kid, we couldn't reach it, but when we were an adult, and these ice cubes are here, we can jump far enough to reach this little cave. So go ahead and head in here. And this is the Ice Cavern. And you all, if you played the game before, you might be saying, HereticPlus, you're doing stuff all out of whack. I mean, you shouldn't be doing this part until after the second dungeon, you know? And if you want to play this game completely linear, great for story, yeah, that's probably right. That's naturally how the end product of the game was designed to be played. But I don't care at this point. There are some points that I will care. This one I don't find is that important. So basically what this will do for us, guys, is this will mean that we'll be more or less ready for for the first 3 dungeons as soon as we finish the one before it. More or less, we won't have to do the prep work for them. That's all this really is. This is the prep work right now for the 3rd dungeon. But also frees us up for us quite a few things that, oh shoot, hello. Quite a few things that help us out to get heart pieces and Skulltulas and things like that. So we're going to work our way through the Ice Cavern. Now, I wonder if when you were a kid, if this area was icy, you know? Because, I mean, if it was icy then, why wasn't Zora's domain icy? I don't know. Go ahead and grab all these silver coins. This is the first puzzle like this we'll find in the game. Basically, if you collect every single silver rupee, the puzzle will be complete, and you will win! So we're gonna try and get all of those. This is another one. So there's one left somewhere. It's way over here, behind door number 1. Thank you! Which opens up that, and also reveals a Skulltula for us to butt rape and drag towards us with a chain. Yay! That's number 52, I think? We'll have about 54, I believe, by the end of this segment. Which also is really good. That means that we'll probably have about 60 by the end of the first dungeon. 60 out of 100. Okay, so watch out for those things. Now, these Freezards are really annoying. They basically try and breathe on you. And if they're successful, you freeze. Like, you're frozen in ice. This is really freaking annoying. So in this area, we've got some more. Watch out. See, blue keys also freeze you. Now, you might be saying, well, Heretic, if you'd done the first dungeon, you would have an item that makes these guys a little bit easier. And you're right. I would have an item that makes them a little bit easier. But, I don't care. I mean, we have lots of hearts for a reason, because I've been doing all this stuff, and we can get this done a lot sooner. You can kill them without it. Although I wonder if the hook shot can take care of the Freezards. I've never really tried that before. But yeah, the blue fire is kind of unnatural, you know, there's red ice and blue fire. What the hell is going on with this place, you know? It's we step out for 7 years and the laws of physics completely change in Hyrule? Goodbye. Sucker, you thought I wasn't paying attention. Well, fuck you, bitch. I was. I got eyes in the back of my, kilt. I don't know what I'm saying. So go ahead and empty all your bottles. Sorry bugs, sorry fairy. Although really, when you're an adult, the entire bug to get Skulltula thing is not as important. It doesn't really work the same way. Plus we find most of them when we were a kid anyway, not when we were an adult. But go ahead and empty all of these, because actually you can catch the blue fire into a bottle, which doesn't make any sense to me, guys. How can you catch fire in a bottle and wouldn't the fire actually start to melt the ice? I mean, melt the glass. I mean, glass is basically melted sand, isn't it? So obviously it can melt, but with blue fire, we can melt red ice. Go figure, guys. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the way it is. So there's all kinds of puzzles both in this dungeon and a few in Zora's domain that we can only get to with the advent of blue ice. So you use it to get that, and we're happy. So there we go. We got this thingy. And over here, if you want, you can melt this one, because inside of this, I believe, is something kind of cool. But what? Oh, shit. Okay, well, it fell down. That's good. Basically, a rupee that I think is worth 200 rupees pops out. I think that's how much it's worth. I'm not completely sure, but I believe that that's it. Shit, stay away from me. I switched to Geico, I swear. Son of a bitch! You think you're really funny. Oh, I am going to haunt you. You will never be able to walk out into a public place in Jazzercise without me walking up behind you with a sword. Kind of an odd statement, guys. Whatever the case, we got all of our bottles filled up with blue fire, so now we can access more of this dungeon. Come on. I'm trying to keep this episode about 30 minutes, so I'm kind of rushing to get through all this content, because I would like to start the next dungeon in the next episode. But we'll see how well that works out by the end of this one. Okay, so over here we have access to these thingies. They're not really red ice, but I guess they're kind of red ice, so that counts it. But I mean, it doesn't really look the same, but it's kind of red, and there's ice on it. But you can melt these, and I think over here is... No, this is not the way we want to go. There's two rooms like this in here. The other one's on the other side. There we go. And inside this one is several freakishly awesome things, and you will agree with me when we get there. So in we go. Now inside here there are all kinds of things. There's a couple of keys, but these are not the blue fire keys, but don't let them go towards the fire, or else they will be blue fire keys. Goodbye. I really should just pull out the hook shot, but I'm getting kind of lazy right now. Oh, I'll do it anyway. Fine. Alright, pull out the hook shot and kill these guys. Shit. Kind of impatient right now, everybody. Goodbye. So there you go, all the keys are dead, and now... some more bottle blue fire action. First thing first, we got an awesome chest here to go burn through, so we can loot its contents. Chests are always great for making your life wonderful. And I mean that about treasure chests and boobies, guys. They're both amazing. So there we go, the compass for the dungeon. Not all that important. This dungeon is really freaking small. It's not even a dungeon, really. It's like a mini, tiny dungeon. There's like 5 rooms in the entire thing. But go ahead and fill up all your bottles. Because over here is a heart piece. This is number 3, everybody. Sweet. Which of course also fills up all the hearts we lost from me being an idiot. Awesome. So we're gonna equip like this, I guess, and there's a Skulltula up here, which is the second to last in this dungeon. This is number 53, I believe? 53? Yeah, 53. Very nice, everybody. And if you want, you can go ahead and grab the next thing of blue fire. I don't think you really need 3 doses of blue fire for the rest of this dungeon, and just after that, but you can get it if you want to, just to be safe. I'll be getting it just to be safe. So there we go, more blue fire. And guys, let's see, 28 minutes. That's actually going to be the... Ow! Bitches, stop falling on me. Goodness gracious me. Alright guys, so yeah, that'll be the end of this episode. So next episode, we probably will still be able to start the first temple, the forest temple, to go save Saria. But for right now, I'm kind of out of time. But that's okay guys, we're about halfway to 2/3 through the ice cavern. We got some blue fire, got some heart pieces. In the next one, we'll grab 13 hearts, grab a few more Skulltulas, and go start the forest temple. So I'll check that out when it goes up. That will be up, Friday, I believe. So hit it up then, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, this is HereticPlus, signing the fuck out. Goodbye!